everybody, and welcome to another episode of Peteman Reviews. Today we are doing the Titan's return release of Autobot Throttle and Autobot Breakaway. Of course, we all know that's not what their names are. The names, of course, have perhaps been lost due to copyright, but it's actually Rev, who is the Nebulon, rather than an Autobot, and Getaway, rather than Breakaway. Kind of understand where they're going with the names. It's a subtle rename, but actually keeping things the same. As we all know, Getaway was actually a Power Master and not a Headmaster. But as far as I'm aware, there aren't any plans to release Power Masters. You have Headmasters, and annoyingly, you now have Target Masters. I say annoyingly because a lot of the Target Masters have already been released as Headmasters, and now you have to buy them again, which I probably won't, but we'll think about it. So yeah, this is actually a Power Master rather than a Headmaster. So they made it somewhat smaller now, but all told, I actually quite like Getaway. I don't Breakaway and Throttle. No, Throttle is Darkwing's, a Decepticon's companion. Breakaway, he's Getaway. Come on. So yeah, anyway, have a quick look at the packaging first. Come to one of these boxes. On the back you got simple transformation, telling us it's just 12 steps. Yeah, okay. And also telling us what other guys you can get here to look at it. Word on the English packaging, I don't like it. I really don't like this stuff that comes out here, because you have to destroy the packaging. No matter how nicely you want to take them out so you cause as minimal damage as possible, you always have to cause some damage. What is wrong with the Japanese Legends packaging? Look, it's a nice box. You can actually undo the box by just slicing this, and you cause 0 damage to the packaging. Is it size? Well, actually, the Japanese packaging is smaller. Okay, it doesn't hang off the shelf like these do, but it's actually smaller once you take away this bit than this. So, you know, I shouldn't think it's a cost thing. I don't know. Maybe it does cost more to get card and bend it around to make a box rather than just to get card on the back here. But for me, that's always going to be a disappointment with the UK packaging release. The fact that there's no way to get your Transformer out without damaging the box. Whereas with the nice Japanese release, you can, and you've still got a very nice box left over. Anyway, I digress. Getaway, decent enough car. Wheels, I actually quite like the wheels. It's slightly odd to have translucent wheels on the car, but they're quite decent. The gun bounces on, well, it kind of sticks in, but it really bounces on there. Not bad actually. Big engine, kind of works. Nice to use for the Autobot symbol in there. Your Nebulon does fit in there. I say Nebulon. I'm not really sure what the Titan's Return guys, whether they're meant to be little robots or Nebulons. It depends which continuity you look at almost. The Japanese one kind of says that they're little robots, with the exception of the humans who become headmasters. Whereas the releases over here, well, they do kind of say they're Titan Masters, which they just call them partners rather than Nebulons. I suppose that a partner implies that it's perhaps a robot, but it's not absolutely obvious. I digress. So yeah, it's quite a decent car. I quite like the colour scheme and how it works. Let's transform them, shall we? So start off by opening the windscreen in the cockpit. That slides back, and out falls our little Titan Master, Rev, Throttle as they like to call him. There he is. Pop this out of the way so that the camera focuses on him. There we are. Not much in the way of detail. You can barely see a head there, to be absolutely honest. It's fairly standard Titan Master fare. Tiny character. He can sit in the gun. He can sit in the surprisingly detailed cockpit with the seat mouldings on there. But yeah, that's not really their purpose, are they? We'll put him to one side for the moment. Okay, so now we've done that. Arms come up like so. This does break into two, as does the whole rear of the car here. So what we now want to do is to rotate the waist, as is fairly common with many of these toys. This follows the the transformation design here of the leg breaking in two like that and folding up and then refolding. Actually, we didn't need to rotate the waist, that's me. Oh no, we did need to rotate the waist, yeah. I look at it that way, but of course that's the back, that's going to be the front. Same deal this side, that flips up, around, and then down. So this, as you see, there's a little latch there, just sits in nicely there, gets them out of the way. Foot is here, slots out like that, like that. Okay, so that's the bottom. You've got here the fairly standard arrangement now, the hands folded into the arms. I've seen this on so many, both Transformers toys and third-party toys, they all do this arrangement now. This part folds down here to produce the chest plate with some more details, and this folds up like that, and then down, you can see with the bit here, down like this, gets it out of the way completely. Finally, the arm just ratchet up a little bit like so. Okay, and there we are. Pop its head on. So head's fairly standard, you just rotate that back like that, and there is the head into there. Right, and finally the gun, you can have it like that, so you can hold it like that, or you can take it apart and then it has two guns, which I'm going to do. So he's got one there, and then the other one, I could put it as a gun here, but I'm actually going to mount it on his arm, like so. Actually, let's put it like that. Okay, and there we are, Getaway. One problem, well not problem, but thing that annoys me is the head. Is that not Brainstorm? Yeah. Looks like Brainstorm to me, less so than Getaway. Well, I guess it's Breakaway in that respect, but that looks to me like Brainstorm's head from the original. Oh well, never mind. Otherwise, yes, I quite like the chest piece. That's quite a nice colour scheme there, a bit of detailing. Arms have got some quite nice detail. The gun's quite a nice idea. So you've got a proper looking gun there, plus you've then got this gun there. Not too bad. All the standard movement that you would expect from a modern Transformer. Height-wise, well, again, these are effectively part of the same release, so same wave, so it's no wonder that he's a very similar height to Blur. But yeah, it's a nice Transformer. I've seen better from the Titans Return line rather than the Legends line. If this were Legends, I guess it would look a little bit more coloured like Getaway. But actually, as I say, as a Titans Return release, it's not too bad at all. I have seen better, I have seen worse, but yeah, I quite like it, and I got it purely because I quite like the character Getaway, and while it's not as iconic as the original design for Getaway, the toy for the original Getaway is perhaps not quite as good as it could have been. I'll say no more. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you for the next review. Thank you. Goodbye.